Hey guys, Michael here with Remax Specialist, your trusted real estate agents. In today's short video, I'm going to talk about how to calculate your closing costs when you buy your dream home. So please stay tuned.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we are again for another video about how to calculate your mortgage and what are you going to be needing for the closing costs. I'd like to point out that I'm not a mortgage specialist. As you can see, I'm using a calculator via my website. This is just basically illustration for you guys to have information and knowledge. So if, say, you just want to calculate your mortgage, and these are the things that you can do to have an idea. Because I remember the first time I've ever bought my property, I have no idea how much how to calculate the mortgage, and I have no idea how much my mortgage payment will be. Okay, so I put down here 400,000. I'd like to start with a smaller number, so we could calculate this easier. As you can see it here, if the price of a home is 400,000, your down payment is 5%. You'll be doing $20,000. 10% you're doing $40,000. 15% is $60,000. 20% is $80,000. Now, if you think about it, now these days, based on how we're living, it'll be hard to save $80,000 unless you have a rich family that's gonna give you that money. So a lot of majority of people, they intend to go to 5% route, and the reason for this is they just want to get into the market. They also know that there's mortgage insurance, and mortgage insurance is basically the bank just want to be secure that when the lender became in default, and there's not a lot of sufficient equity in the property, the bank, again, they just want to be sure that whatever money they lend is going to go back to them. And that's basically why we are paying $15,200. But if you think about it, if you calculate this on a 25-year amortization, so 25 times 12 in a year is 300 months. Now, if you divide this to 15,200 equals, on a monthly basis, you'll be paying $50.66, and that will be included to your mortgage. So anyway, let's move on. Now these days the mortgage rate is 2.39. I remember paying 7% back in 2007, and in fact this is the lowest mortgage rate that it's ever been in history. So you guys who wants to buy property, right now is the best time to do so. Now obviously this 2% comes with the 5-year fixed rate. So according to all those calculations, your mortgage payment will be $1,749. That's just the interest and the principal. Okay, having to say that, on the closing costs, if you are a first-time home buyer, normally if you're not a first-time home buyer, on a $400,000, you're basically going to pay $4,475. But since you are a first-time home buyer, there's a rebate of $4,000. So you only have to pay $475 on the land tax transfer. Land tax transfer is basically a tax of that land. It's like, you know, when you purchase something, there's tax onto that. That's basically the same concept. Okay, so here we are. This is your closing costs going to be. So if you put down 5%, you're going to be needing $20,000. Now remember that mortgage insurance that I'm telling you about? There's a PST on that one, and its PST is $1,216. The land tax transfer, if you're a first-time home buyer, is basically $475. Lawyers' fees, it's basically between $1,000 to $1,500, and so the title insurance is including that, so $1,400 for all. Typically, you're gonna be needing $23,000. However, when you buy a property, you need an inspection, and that's gonna cost you between $300 to $500, depending on how much is the square footage of the house. And sometimes banks ask for appraisal, and they're typically $300. So if you think about it, $23,000 plus, let's just say $500 with the inspection and $300 with the appraisal, so $800. So we're looking at $23,891. That's gonna be your closing costs. Obviously, this not includes the moving cost and etc. 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 So this is just a typical closing cost that you're gonna be needing. And when you hire a real estate agent, which is gonna be me, you don't pay me. The sellers basically pay us our commission. So that's one of the beauty of buying a property. So this is where all the number, it's like a magic numbers. Remember that mortgage insurance that I was telling you about? So let's say you did the, the 5% down, and you paid $15,000. In 5 years, so this is the principal paid and the interest paid every year, and your balance would be $383 and $486. Now you can lock in for 5 years, so you're going to be on 2024. Your principal paid, interest paid, and now your mortgage is $333 and $75,000. So if you think about it, according to Treb, every year had passed by, the property had increased between 5 to even 10%, depending where you are. So if you think about it, that mortgage insurance is 4%, right? If your property increase between 5 to 10, when you do the math in 1 year, this will already be paid. In fact, you'll be gaining 1% from your equity. So again, like, 80,000 versus 20,000, which one is better for you? And again, when you do the math, when you calculate it, putting it 5% down is actually better in the long run. Okay, so that's the end of the video. I hope you guys like it. Feel free to visit my website, mmagadi.com, and you can go to helpful info. And if you're just kind of bored and you want to just search for a property, there's so many features that this website offer, like for example, what's your home really worth, and then find your dream home. And there's like new condominiums, buyers, sellers, and stuff like that. And if you wanna see all of my medias, just click on any of these icons and you'll see my beautiful face. For now, thank you very much. I hope this video gave you some values and an understanding about mortgage calculation. If you have any question, you know what to do. Thank you.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. I hope this video will give you some value, how to calculate your closing costs when you buy your dream home. And if you have any question down the road, feel free to call me at 416-908-3825. For now, always remember, life is amazing. Ta-ta!